Hello everyone. I'm sorry I'm running a bit late. I needed to use a little cupcake room. But hello, how are you all doing? Oh gosh. I'm okay. My throat hurts actually. My throat be hurting and it tastes weird because I sprayed some nasal, what's it called, steroid thing in there, and it goes in the back of your throat and it tastes awful. Water. Ugh. But there we go. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I'm not falling behind. I did a bunch of painting yesterday. Bunch of experimentation I did. I think it went okay. I'm definitely not winning any painting awards. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I made it. I'm not a very good painter. I'm not very exact. I struggle to do for very tiny things. That being said, I did have very shaky hands yesterday. So, you know, these things happen. Ugh. ENvtuber, there we go. Oh my gosh, I cannot type today. Oh gosh, I keep hitting everything on my desk. I am very organized. I am very good at stuff. I did get to like bed and sleep at an okay-ish time last night. So that was good. That was good. What we're doing, I had thought of like something to talk about today that was, you know, less crazy than yesterday, but I completely forgot what it was. I completely forgot. Handcam streams, yeah. I think it was something to do with Warhammer. Oh, rename Handcam from... Oh gosh, smashing things. No. Handcam thumbnail 198.7. Yeah. There you go. No. Stop. Computer. Oh, I hate Windows at the moment. Why do they just make it worse with every single update? We be chillaxing and painting. We be chillaxing and painting. Oh, look, add the grammar into there. There we go. Apostrophes. Wait. Yeah, apostrophe, that's the word. Not comma. Not comma. There we go. I'm getting stuff done. I am. Fallout. Oh, the Scrub Survival is coming soon. Scrubs! It's coming back to your TV screens. Maybe. It might just be coming back to your smartphones. Depending how you watch TV. If you watch it at all. I think it's on Disney. Should be on Disney. That's where Scrubs currently is for me anyway. I think. Yeah! Okay. Okay, we got painting to do. We got a stream tomorrow. We got a stream today. Not a stream tomorrow. We got a stream in the afternoon. We got a stream in the morning. Oh my goodness. I'm organised. I finished doing stuff. That's fine. I'm wondering if I need to add like some texture to my model-y stuff. My models, my yellow paint. Like some gradients of texture on them. Because it feels a bit bland and weird. Come on, gloves. That's like 6 gloves. I only want 2 of them. 1. 2. Yeah. There we go. Maybe I should just put some iodine yellow on. Maybe that will help. Okay, 1 glove is on. And then we're going to get 68 more gloves on. 68 more gloves. 69. Oh my goodness. Nice. No, we're just one more glove. Just one more glove. Don't listen to the prattling of a crazy mad woman. There we go. I need a cough again. Drinks. Ow, that hurts to drink. It hurts to drink. I got sores in my mouth. You got sores in your mouth? You big disgrace. Waving your banner all over the place, singing ow, 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 wow. What are we doing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a bit weird. A bit weird. Just me. Press this button. Focused. Oh yeah, so this. I tried finishing painting the warrior last night. Just to see how things would be. And to experiment with the getting the red done correctly. See, I did this bit red here. That big old spike on his head and the claws. I think it looks pretty cool. I like the exoskeleton. The exoskeleton looks cool. The yellow skin on the other hand. I mean, the wings here, the membrane bits, they also look cool. But it's a yellow skin that I'm not happy with. I tried doing these things down here. You can't see too well, but yeah, the blue definitely needs a lot of work. I'm thinking maybe a bit more Magus purple on the chitin. But as for the blue, there's definitely bits where it's meant to be blue, but it's yellow, and bits where it's yellow, but it's meant to be blue. It looks very messy, especially when I take photos of it. I was so proud of my eyes, though, and the teeth. Like, especially with how shaky my hand gets. Now, one thing I'm also thinking of doing is getting into the deeper crevices of this with some iodine yellow. Just to, because especially like when I'm taking photos, you can see just there where it looks weird. You know, around the neck where it's hard to get to. I think if we get some iodine yellow into there, maybe some shyish purple, it will fix it. But yeah, it's like, this looks nice, and that's partly because it's got like the textury dry brushed onto it for the chitin. But the yellow... it feels too solid. Hi, Warhammer 40k everyday. How are you doing? I'm wondering how to paint this dude. What more needs to be done? I mean, obviously we need to do the base, but I do the base last. Oh, I do like how this red looks. You know, the purple going into the red. I think that was very nice. Now, I want to look at the website. I want to see how they paint these models. Like, what's that? Ooh, Cupcake Regiment. Oh, we formalizer set up for battle with new... oh, there's a new balance update. Oh, wow. Oh. New balance update for Old World, and Cupcake regained their elite status in the January kill team. Oh, so they got upgraded. Oh. So they had a string of restrictions that made it difficult. Oh, these guys are getting changed up too. Oh. Oh, so I get distracted too easily. Oh, 40k. Xenos armies, Tyranids. Yay! Okay, down, down, down to the bottom of the sea. Down, down, down to where SpongeBob lives. Where are we going? Down, down, there it is. Okay, so we did the membrane. Going darker to lighter. Here, but we did it with cool, fiery orange and reds. I like that. We didn't do this bit here where it goes from like the chitin colour to the skin colour. Which maybe that'll be a good idea. I'm also thinking I maybe need to do a bit more, you know, deep colour onto this thing. Like between the rib cages. Maybe I could do some blue there. No, I don't like that idea. Maybe I can get some iodine yellow on a thin brush. Just to deepen the darker bits of the yellow. Ooh, I just realised the neck's like red under there. And one of the big issues is I think that they use like airbrushes and stuff to get these really nice gradients going on. And then they use washes over that, so the texture looks much more smooth. Which I can't do. I don't have an airbrush. And my paints are not thin at all. Yeah. Well, there's very subtle highlighting and shadows on it. Which I guess we can try to replicate. Yeah, we can try replicating that. I might need to just... No, the camera quality is fine. Yeah. Refocus this. Yeah, maybe the yellow is a bit too bright and stuff. Yeah, I think maybe getting the... What is it? Iodine yellow. Iodine yellow, yeah. That should help. I want to use a very thin brush with that. Maybe not the treble thin. And try the double thin. The double O. Sorry, I've got a cough today. Let me get another drink. Cola! There you go. Shake. Shaking this up. There we go. Chillaxing. Relaxing. Use this one. Winsor and Newton brushes. Gotta love them. Okay, this is there we go. Must have been a bit of paint stuck off the edge then. Because this is a darker yellow, very orangey as well, which should help create the shadows. If not, maybe some Nastreg would look good. Let's just get it into... There we go. And then onto the ribs. Oh gosh. I am not being very neat here. It's fine, it's fine. It's a contrast, very wet. It should, in theory, drop into there. Anyway. There we go. My hands are very shaky still today. Maybe I did want the other brush. There we go. I was trying to do a lot of just general neatening up of the model. So like making sure it's yellow where it needs to be yellow, purple where it needs to be purple. I did that a lot last night. no, this seems to be working. Yeah, I think now that the rest of it's painted, the orangier colour of the iodine is really helping sell the model. Sell the skin colour. When we didn't have all the other colour and details, it looked a bit more weird. But I guess it's just one of those things. I'm not very good at trusting the process, and I keep second guessing myself. But you should trust the process, especially if it's something you've done before and you know what you're doing. I do like how it doesn't, you can't really see too well, but do you know its legs, the blue parts on the legs? I like how that looks. Yeah. Okay, now let's try doing some of this more subtle highlighting around the muscle area. Or, highlighting is the wrong word, shadows. I mean, it's very wet, so it should try going into these gaps anyway. I don't need to be the most exacting. One of the things of when I was young and painting, I never understood why you needed to paint the shadowy part and, you know, the shadows under the model. And I was like, shouldn't it just automatically have shadows on the model because, you know, it's a 3D object? It's like, being true to some extent, but you have to remember that the model is very small. The shadows don't fall in a way that feels very natural for the scale it's meant to represent. Especially when you like start putting lights on them. So you want to put it in light so you can take a really good picture of it, but then as soon as you do get that light, suddenly all those shadows disappear. Or the natural shadows. And the only ones that remain are the ones you painted on. Now, a great thing about contrasts is you can just brush your finger over them if you get into the wrong place, just to get rid of it. Especially if you want it in the darker recesses, but not necessarily the lighter part. Yeah, this is looking better. I think defining the details is helpful. Hard to know though until it's dried. Like with the Carrienberg Crimson, it sometimes dries in a way that you realise that you needed more of it, or you needed less of it. It's hard to tell until it's dried. Unless you know how it works, but I don't yet. There we go. Yeah, okay, now does that look better with that on it? I think it does. It's given the skin a lot more texture. Okay, let's get it under the neck then. Like on the chin. Because that's definitely going to be in the shadow. I think back here, definitely. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. I want to get all into here. It's very hard to reach area. Might just be better to get one of my bad brushes and get some like Shyish purple into there. Because Shyish purple, very dark, very strong pigment. but also quite wet, so it will spread out easily. Want some Nastreg yellow. Where is that brush? Is this a brush I'm talking about? Nastreg is even darker than the iodine. But it's still a yellow colour. It's relatively strong pigment. The reason I want to use a bad brush for this is so I can get as much on the brush as possible without caring about damaging the brush. Yeah, that helps. Now can we see that here now? Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. Give it like orangey shadows. Actually, let's just see how Nastreg would look if painted very lightly into some of the shadowy areas. Okay, maybe that wasn't very lightly at all. Well, that's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Nastreg dries a lot lighter than you'd expect it to, based on like how dark that looks there. A lot of a lot of painting is experimentation, because like Majo's purple dries very shiny. Arienberg also can dry shiny if you put a bunch of it on. But you don't necessarily know that without experimenting. Okay. That's helping, definitely. Let's put this under the chin, not chin, cheekbone. High cheekbones. Okay, let's see if we can get the muscle detail done here. Oh yeah, that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna have to go over this again anyway, because of the issues of the yellow and the blue. Oh no, it actually looks pretty good. I'm thinking that the orange before looked kind of bad, but now it's next to this kind of flame coloured wing, it's a bit better. Let me just mess with the video capture colour. It feels a bit off. White balance, gamma 127. Saturation. There we go. Sorry. There we go. I think I'm coming down with the code. It's just a very slow code. Oh yeah, this is looking better. Okay. Okay, that's basic experimentation. So let's stop doing the experimentation. Let's go on to painting the blue. Yeah, I'm really surprised just how good the red looks. It teaches you to keep just paying attention to like and checking how all the details are done on like the official models and stuff, because it can be very good. Inspirations, like I wouldn't have done the membrane the way we did if I didn't look at how they did the membrane. I'm like, that looks cool. We could do something similar, put our own spin on it. And the same goes for like the talons and this stuff. I wouldn't have done it. And even this, they didn't have it, you know, the same colour as like the spikes and talons. They just had it like darker purple. I was thinking that looked weird, so that's why I made it the same colour as the talon and the thing. And I think it worked really well. But. I want my most detailed brush. Where's my most detailed brush? It's one of these. Treble Zero, here we go. And then I want my Talasar blue. This is one of those things though where like I look at the blue in real life and I can see that some of the blue is a bit off, especially around that arm there, around the joint. And I can see a little bit is missing here. And maybe there. But as soon as you take like a photograph of it, you can just see every single bit you did wrong. You can even see like every single brush stroke, and it's like, oh, I hate it. But yeah, we're gonna just fill in the areas where it's meant to be blue, but it isn't. And then we'll go over with some Afterland, which is why I'm not going to do all the details. The highlighting. And get it yellow where it's meant to be yellow, but it is in fact blue. Doesn't matter if we miss it a little bit because, you know, it's a biological organism and the blue's meant to be shiny. So it is going to be lighting up the area around it to some extent. And there is going to be some gradient between colours. Like if you just look at real life insects under a microscope, you can see that it often doesn't go straight from like the one exoskeleton colour to another. There's often a little bit of gradient between them. And often the colour's just not uniform in the slightest. This would be way easier if I did not have shaky hands. And there we go. Yeah, that seems good enough for now. We'll get the Afterland sunset. There you go. Right. And get Fairfield and Sunset, and then we can start doing for better detailing. And then once we've done Fairfield and Sunset here and the detailing, we'll go around to neatening all of these up. And with these ones, I definitely want to have the same tentacle thing I did here, where it goes from yellow to blue to Gene Stealer purple. I wonder if we should go back and do the talons on this in the red colour. I kind of like the idea of leaving my old models this colour scheme that they currently are. Because I like just looking at the models and seeing like how it evolved and changed. Definitely not because I'm lazy. Definitely not because I just can't be bothered. But I do like looking at like my progress. Okay, there we go. Oh, I am so croaky at the moment. There we go. Oh, that's good. That's the good stuff. Oh no, no, not there, not there. No, it's not going to be perfect. That's perfectly fine. It's just as good as I could make it at the moment. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Do you think Hans Zimmer is going to be recognised as like the equivalent of Beethoven and stuff of the modern age? Because he is very good. You can argue he's overrated, but overrated doesn't mean he's not good. When I was painting this, I just put some music on. I just knuckled down and I painted. Just put out the world and just relaxed. And I felt good. I felt nice. It reminded me of the world. Never mind how scary the world feels and uncertain for the future. The world is capable of beauty. And it's things like, you know, especially orchestral music, where it's just so many people coming together, having dedicated so much of their life to just the idea of making something beautiful and making nice noises that they can share with others, and just so many of them working together to create something more beautiful than what any of them could make alone. There's just something so reassuring about that. The exact same thing goes for so much stuff in life. Like just basic toys. Warhammer itself. Buildings and architecture. Now some of them, especially old ones, they did like require or use a lot of bad labour, internships and stuff. But beyond them, even then, it's like some of these things, it's like people just want to build stuff, they want to make stuff that others like and enjoy. There's something beautiful about that. Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of highlighting onto the rib cage now. Considering I wasn't exactly exacting with my shadow work. Shadow work, I sound like, you know, some bad guy from Kingdoms of Hearts or something. Or Kingdom Hearts, not Kingdom of Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. There we go. Very quiet today. Wonder if something's on. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, did I get that? No. Not quite. Okay, I can just go back over with some blue to fix that one. Dogs are barking outside. There we go. It's also amusing, like, I say amusing, it's looking at like art and music. Dates back to before we ever started farming. And like pottery and so much other stuff. There's not a lot left, but we can find like ancient drawing, ancient artwork. And even like what are presumed to be ancient musical instruments from before farming ever occurred. And that is, I think that just goes to show like human desire to create. There we go. And that is very nice. There we go. Oh, Tyrannid. Tyrannid is going well. Yeah, it's starting to look good. Starting to look kind of good. I mean, I want it to be a bit better than just generic tabletop ready. Although tabletop ready is different for most people. My idea of tabletop ready is, you know, it's just 3 basic colours. You can tell what it's meant to be. You can tell where the weapons are. It doesn't need any detailing. You can ignore the eyes. You can ignore the washes. Tabletop ready is basically tournament ready. Like when I was a kid, most of what I did, I didn't really care too much about trying to paint something super well. Partly because I just couldn't. So I always just aimed to paint something that you could recognize what I'm going for with it. But sometimes Sometimes if you can't paint well, instead you just paint in a way where the other person's imagination can fill in the gaps. And that is nice. So my idea of just tabletop ready is that entire thing of just getting it to a level where someone can't really complain that you're not painted your models. Maybe they complain they're not painted well, but you're a kid. Well, not everyone can paint well, not everyone has the time to paint well. Like this model, I spent, you know, we've spent 3 hours yesterday pretty much just working on the wings. And then I spent another 3 hours just working on getting the eyes and the teeth done and all this red. And the shiny parts of the scales. That's like 6 hours for a single model. And it's still not that good. And that doesn't take into account that all the other time we've spent on it before today. Or yesterday even. Some people can paint really well and really quickly, but I'm not one of them. I generally don't do anything quickly. But that's fine. Like I've seen these people where they speed paint. And like they try painting without using the so-called speed paints or contrast. And they're just absolutely insane. There was a point where I could paint relatively decently, relatively quickly. But I am not at that point anymore. But equally, I'm always just going to, when I do that, I'm always going to notice issues with the model that I know I can fix, but I've just not because I tried speed painting. Okay. Unfortunately, under the head is still a big issue, and you can see it from the correct angles. Like there you can see under it, it's just greyish. Made it look a bit better. Okay, one of these parts I got wrong. Where was it? I can't even remember. But if I can't find it, it must be fine. Oh wait, there's a little bit of a leg we can do. Not sure how I'm going to get under there though. Of a head. There we go. Maybe some shyish purple would do well there. I think I don't even have proper undercoat there. This is another example of why you need to use different coloured paints, because while it is very shadowed in here, it's so much lighter than the rest of the model that it doesn't matter that it's in shadow. You know, try some shyish purple. It's a very dark, very strong pigment. Near black. Not quite black, but near black. Get it all up in there. That should hopefully work to some extent. And we'll get some Nastrag yellow for the skin. That should hopefully help. I've already done this a little bit, but... Where'd that Shaiish purple go? Maybe come in from the back. It would work. That's what she said. There we go. Okay, how does that look? There's a bit of purple there now, but it should hopefully dry to a relatively good colour. Okay, let's get back to the double O Winsor Newton and we'll... 007. Get back. Nastrag yellow. Hello, Lord of the Bed. Lord of the Bed. Yeah, we got bugs. We got boogie bugs. We're trying to do some, what we're doing. We're doing shadows on this thing, guys. I tried finishing this model yesterday. And I've not been very happy with how the yellow looks. This is like just how it was before. And I have been doing some shadows on this. I think the shadows have really, really helped sell the yellow part of the colour. Nice Tyrannid Prime, thank you. I might just lower the camera a little bit. Oops. There we go. In part just so I can actually get more for... Like, the camera has a light on it. And it helps. It helps see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah. I definitely think the Nastrag yellow is helping a lot with these shadows. Yesterday we kind of just winged it with a wing. Winging it. But like trying to figure out how we want to do the membrane colour. And it went well. It went well. Ooh, actually underneath here. Yeah, there's a similar issue to the head. Oh, from certain angles you can see underneath the arms where it's basically got no paint. Well, some Nastrag yellow should help fix that because it's meant to be shadowed and Nastrag yellow is very good at being a shadow. There we go. Needs to go a bit lower down. There we go. Okay, that should be good here. Oh, let's get some of it on the floor here. More control. There you go. I'm thinking about maybe getting one of those, you know, holders, model holders where you hold it by the base. Because I was getting a bit of issue yesterday of like I was painting this bit and then I kept wanting to hold it like that. But I had paint there. Oh. What? Do you guys have armies too? What armies do you collect? And what colour schemes do you have? Okay, since it's the inner part, anything in shadow we can be a bit more zealous with. Because, well, it's meant to be in shadow, it's meant to be darker. The shadows can be larger. But like we were with the chin. Oh, very nice. Very nice. There we go. Ooh. I've been struggling to get the inside of a wing looking good. Yeah, it's been hard to paint in there. This is why people what's it called? Paint before they stick models together. Because it's so hard to get into some of these details once it's finished being built. I like building my models. And I got a lot of models to build. So I find it fun having that challenge of trying to paint inside these crevices. It teaches you to try and like be better. And more exacting. And sometimes, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of artists, it's like when you say that you don't have a lot of good stuff, it's like a lot of artists would be like, no, you should start before you get the good stuff. Because you learn a lot of the basic stuff. Like that you learn about art and being better at art. And like hand control and stuff. You learn that best when you don't have good materials to use in the first place. You don't have a lot to work with. Everything feels just a little bit better. What's cooking? Hi, Sky Cow. How you doing? We're painting a Tyrannid Prime. I tried finishing him yesterday. Although I didn't like how the yellow was looking. It looks just too solid. So we've been trying to get these shadows painted on. Similar to how the model on the store page looks. And I think it's going okay. It just takes a little bit of time. There we go. We're just doing a very chillax, relaxing stream. Oh gosh, my throat. I'm great. How are you? I am okay-ish. Unfortunately, my throat's been a bit bad today. Keep choking on my words. But it's fine. Oh yeah. I've also been talking about music and stuff and art. Yeah. Hans Zimmer is a very nice artist. I like a lot of his work. I like his, do you know, the Interstellar tune where every single tick within the song is like meant to be a day passing on Earth. It's just such a cool song. Or song, piece of music. I just really like it. It's very relaxing and soothing. I know it's kind of meant to be like a stressful song for the film. Like, oh my goodness, we gotta be quick. I've not watched Interstellar. I've heard it's a very good film. And one of the things about like when you're painting with contrast and you're doing the shadows is if you get it to where you don't want it, so that's generally on the raised bits, you can just brush your thumb over it or your finger, whatever, and get rid of it. While we're not removing it from the area you want it to be. There we go. Helping it look a little better than before. Do you got any models you're planning to paint soon, Sky Cow? There we go. Jean Steeler coat. I still need to think of a colour scheme and stuff on my outdoors. Thinking maybe orange would be good, like orange and green. No, you got no models. Oh. ENvtuber. I've got too many models to paint at the moment. There we go. Oh, nice. Kind of, maybe. I don't paint myself, but I enjoy the chill and relaxing of watching the process. Yeah. I enjoy that from time to time. Although sometimes I struggle watching people who are too good. I'm like, no, you're too good. You're making me, my self-consciousness, it's getting to me. I am a painter, painting a model. Those wings look great, by the way. Thank you. We worked hard on them yesterday. We weren't entirely sure. Basically, we winged it. We winged it yesterday. Quite literally. I was like, you know, should we paint the membrane on the wing? And people were like, yeah, maybe we should. So we looked at online and we're like, oh, if that goes from like a darkish colour to the skin colour. So we tried doing something kind of similar. So we experimented with like dawn yellow and other colours until eventually we got to like orange looks nice, but we didn't have the gradient, so we tried making the gradient. And in the end we got this. And I liked it. Sometimes you can go into painting without any sort of plan or idea of what you're doing and come out with something really good. And sometimes you can go in with a plan. Because I kind of went in with a plan yesterday. Except then I ended up just changing the plan on a whim and it kind of went good. Kind of went well, rather. We did good stuff. Okay, now once again, under the arms needs to be darkened up. We can get into here with our nice big yellow and try and improve it. How does it look over here? Oh, it looks pretty good actually under there now. Amazing, still a bit we can work. How does it look under the head? Not too shabby. But what is it? What is it wanting to do here? It's actually easier to see on the camera where I still need to do some work sometimes. Because it just picks up like the contrast between certain points far better than my eyes can. Also, like when I'm holding like this, the light's going straight into there, but I can't see at that angle. If I hold it like this, I can now see into there at the correct angle, but I can't actually, the light's no longer on the model. Are shining into that area, so I can't see it. There we go. I'm thinking that's the shadows done. Does that look better now? Yeah, the shadows definitely help emphasize the model. Took like an hour to do all of that, but I'm thinking now the model is at basing standard. All we need to do now is base it. Oh yeah. Maybe the blue doesn't look that good. Maybe I should have gone for like something else in the joints. But I like my blue. I like my blue. Salazar blue's good. I'm going to get certain points like the legs. Oh, those leg joints, I like them. And the tongue, the blue tongue just sticking out like bleh, bleh. Okay, is there anything else I wanted to do? Yeah, I'm thinking I might want to just go in with a bit more Magos purple on these things. Luxian purple, nope. Shaiish, nope. Magos. Okay, yeah. Magos is very, very, very nice purple for doing kiting with. Because it dries with this sort of shining it off. This isn't even the brush I wanted to use. It dries with this kind of glossy effect to it, which is exactly what I want right now. I also like the blue, it contrasts really well with the yellow. Oh, yay, that's good. That's good. I am glad you liked it. I also like the red on the it went surprisingly well for red gradients I've been doing. And for red of the rings, yeah. I'm surprised how the red of the rings went. Honestly, it'd be weird if I wasn't surprised. There we go. Yeah, this should help give it that glossy effect. I like putting it within just the jointy areas to be like when it dries glossily, it will look like liquid coming out of the joints. Make it more biological. There we go. Oh yeah. I don't know why Magos Purple dries the sheen. I don't even know if it's like a purposeful thing of Magos Purple, but it's very nice what it does. I'm kind of scared that if I go into my second bottle, it won't dry with the same sheen. I'll just complain to Games Workshop like, oh, I had this really nice Magos Purple that dried with a glossy sheen to it. Why is it not doing it anymore? They're like, it was never meant to. You had a defective part. I'm like, what it should do. It was amazing. There we go. I'm gonna just over here. Yeah. Oh, looking good. Looking very good. Get all up into here, onto those things at the back of the pot. Into the armor plating here and here. And here and here. There we go. I think that's it. I think that's it for this model until we do for base. Max, I'm probably wanting to use this brush again. But yeah. It's pretty good. So we'll just move this to one side. I've got too many paints about. Oh my gosh, I've actually been using most of these paints. Which paints have I been using? Which ones can I get rid of? None of them! I've used them all! Okay, Dawn Yellow. Uriel Yellow. The rest of them I have actually been using here. Reichland Flesh Shade. Oh, I've not been using Gulliman Flesh. We can put that to one side. Wild Rider Red. Squig Orange Magadroth. It's amazing how many colours you can use for such a simple colour scheme. Hi, Quadro. My hands aren't that steady, but they don't need to be. It's fine. I feel like my body's falling to pieces. For Tyranid Prime, looks like it might be done now. Maybe. Rah! Let's see how it looks without the light shining on it. You can't see it with anymore. It's too dark. It's too dark. Yeah, it's too dark. Try my best to do the eyes. Which I think I did okay with them. We put them to one side here. Sorry about that. Okay, now we've just got to neaten these models up. We've got 6 Von Ryan Leapers here, who are carrying these things with a magnetic basis. Six Von Ryan Leapers. Okay, so what we're going to work on first is neatening the yellow. So what that means is just going over all the parts of a body where currently it's either purple or blue, but we want it to be yellow. I just got to do that to every single model. Then after that, we're probably going to do the opposite thing of making sure all the parts that we want blue are blue. Then we're going to go over and make sure all the parts that we want purple are purple. And I think we'll get the Magos purple on it. And then get these red claws done. Once they're done, we can get actually no, before we get the red claws done, we might as well go over all the blue areas and put the Magos purple on. That's what makes it look a bit darker and gives it a bit more of that shininess to some of the blue parts. I love the shine in the claws. Thank you. That's the Magos purple, and also the Crimsonberg with this one because it's got the pink and the red on it. And that's partly the Crimsonberg. No, not Crimsonberg. Carrionberg Crimson, yeah. Okay, after we've done the blue, the Magos purple, we'll get the reds done. After we get the reds done, we'll get the eyes done. And then we'll try to get this tentacle gradient done. Then I think the main thing we'll want to get done is going over with the Nastreg, and this is probably going to be the longest process. Just adding shadows all over the model by hand. Because the issue with it being bright yellow is if we go over just like some Agrax Earthshade, it will dirty up the yellow where we don't want it dirtied up. So we're better to just go more exacting, drawing the shadows on ourselves. Then we want to get the stones and stuff done on the base. I realise I've not painted this sack at the bottom at all, which will probably want to be blue and yellow, but that's fine. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, and we'll also want to go over all of the blue areas with a little bit of white, just to give it a little bit of highlight. Wait. Oh. Also, I'm feeling a bit cold with my windows open. Getting a jacket on. Oh. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of work to do on them, but hopefully none of it will be more than... I'm really far away from my microphone, I'm sorry. But still quite a bit of work to do, but hopefully none of it will last longer than a few minutes. But let's look at the website again. Anything new? No. Oh, let's look at the fun Ryan Leapers, just so we got a reference image. Dino's Army. Tyranids. There we go. I also just want to look at the Tyranid Prime again. Just gotta look at it. If we did that there. No. Very nice colour scheme. Very nicely painted. Now, if they do red tentacles here, we're going to do what we did, in which we'll do purple tips, and the gradient will go through blue into the yellow. Yeah. What's going to be super hard is... underneath these claws is really difficult to do. A few reasons of that. Yeah, it's this bit here and this bit here. That's just going to be hellish to do. Oh gosh, he's got 3 eyes. That was only 2. 6 eye clusters. Clusters of 3 eyes. To a side. So yeah, underneath these things is really hard to paint. There's a few reasons. One, it's quite well textured. And while a good texture is really nice when you're wanting to dry brush and stuff like that, when you're wanting to paint a solid colour, it's a lot harder. And I want a solid yellow here, but then it's also very hard to paint. Like, you want purple next to the yellow, and then you got all these spikes that you want to be purple, and it's like, how the heck do you do that? It's going to be a very time consuming process, but I think that's where part of our yellow is going to come today. We're going to be painting all of this up. It needs to be yellow, yellow. And then maybe just Severus purple. Or we could just paint for spikes yellow. There was no reason I shouldn't be able to paint for spikes yellow and these ones blue. And this bit. Like, they're not very prominent spikes. It can even be hard to tell which one's a spike. Like this middle one here. Spike, spike. And then you got another spike right here. And spike and spike. And it's that middle spike here that's harder to tell. Like, at this angle, you can barely even see it. We dip it in the paint. Splotch, dip. In your paints, nah. Nah. Oh gosh, I am so tired today. I apologise. I think I've got a cold. But yeah, it's time to get my favourite yellow paint at the moment. Avalon Sunset. Which is really fitting, as Atheland might be my favourite elector count area. in Warhammer Fantasy. Because it's just got the insane dude in charge of it. Yeah, this is what's difficult. Then it's all in shadow, so we're going to want to shadow it all up. But I guess any mistakes we make, we're fine. Doesn't need to be perfect. Remember, I've got like 12 on my leapers. Or is it 9? I think it's 12. There's a lot of these guys to paint and be on the battlefield. They don't need to be perfect. Dang, you are like 2 minutes behind. Oh no! Yeah, that is an issue at the moment. I kind of given up at just trying to make it so that you can't fall behind. Instead, if you start buffering, you'll just be buffered. You just miss bits. Because YouTube effectively just keeps making it harder and harder to fit. I'm like, okay, maybe it's not even that useful. Don't forget to like the stream. Every like of the stream is another Tyranid that maybe gets painted one day. There's not a lot of painted Tyranids. That's the point. Yeah, see, look, it's so messy trying to paint in there due to that texture of it. And kind of see... Oh gosh, yawning. A while ago, I was watching, like, back, oh gosh, when I was starting to get back into Warhammer, I saw Squidmar. I feel like the stream keeps Cupcake awake for 5 months. Sheep. Every like the stream. Yeah, I was watching Squidmar paints or whatever, and they're talking about like this model being super textured, and they're like, they don't like having to paint it because it just makes it so annoying. I'm like, what? No, textured models are great for painting. And it is when you can dry brush them. And now Squidmar, they don't just do the same type of really quick painting where I like to do. Where, like with these scales and stuff, I do them really quickly because you can just dry brush them. Their painting is a lot more, you know, detail oriented. And painting in details themselves, which I don't really like doing. So when you got a very detailed textured model, it's very difficult to paint and it can damage your brushes. But then you got things like this, and you can't dry brush it because it's so small. Hello, Captain Price for second. How are you doing? It has been a while. And you've got a bright screen profile picture, like green profile picture. We've been painting some Tyranidy models today. For the moment, we're just painting some fun Ryan Leapers. We're just neatening mistakes, fixing mistakes that we've done when we've been painting. We've also finished, possibly, painting this dude today. It was pretty okay. It's not amazing. He's not winning any painting competitions, but it's fine. Hello! Conjuror here roasting her own sons whom she hates. I don't hate them. And their daughters, not sons. Because they're bugs. and a bug hive is mostly female. Oh yeah, chuds. They not chuds. Take that back. Every like on this stream is another punch to the lamb for calling my beautiful Tyrannidy the chud. No, you're not a chud. Don't worry about it. Look at these claws, though. Look at those ready claws. We spent hours and you called him a chud. You can tank it. You can tank it. 1,000 likes suddenly appear. There's not even 1,000 people watching. By dying in anticipation. No! Get my rolling pin. We need to whack the land. Wagging the land. We're wagging the land. We got people to smack in the hand. They're named the land. We're gonna smash their heads in. We're gonna crush them all. Gonna make sure they don't survive. Oh gosh. My back. My back. It hurts from carrying this body. Oh, I am so tired today. I am yawning. Stretching. Yeah, I gotta have a glucose tablet. Tasty glucose tablet. At the moment, I got like a saw on my tongue and it hurts. Okay, what else is there to paint here? Definitely, would that be blue? Would it not be blue? No, it shouldn't be blue. Could be yellow here. Get the yellow on. Oh my gosh, I love Avalon Sunset. It's such a nice yellow to work with compared to most others. Might not be the colouring that you'll want for some stuff, but in terms of being able to give a nice strong yellow in one coating, it's amazing. There's definitely going to be a lot of having to paint blue here. Fix stuff. I'm painting purple to fix things. Yeah, I'm a very messy painter at times, and that just greatly lengthens the process. Whew. Okay, that's one done. I got an itchy face. I got an itchy head. I got an itch to scratch. Itchy and scratchy. The itchy and scratchy show. Oh, that's not wanting yellow there. Oh my gosh, the yellow. He painted too well. Get it off. Oh, big purple over it. That's fine. Okay, is that all fine? Mostly. Ah, my eyes. One of the issues I find sometimes with painting is you're looking at your model and you're trying to look at it, and then your eyes, you can't focus your eyes, and you need to like give them a big old rub. I'm surprised you can't see what you're blooming doing. There we go. There's definitely a few areas that need the most work. I definitely think there's some work I need to do with the yellows. Hoping adding some shading will be good. Or will just be enough. Fix the current issues. Might do as iodine. More of a nastrig. We'll do iodine first, see how it looks, and then maybe add nastrig for the darker shadows. Because I was having a bit of issue of nastrig being a bit too dark in places on the warrior. Could you imagine if Games Workshop started offering a service of we'll paint your models for a fee? Just come down to the Warhammer store. I imagine they'd actually make a lot of money from that. Add the stipulation that you have to have bought them from that store. I'd have to hire a lot more employees though in some of these stores. And the vetting process would be even higher. I wonder how difficult it would actually be to get a job at a Warhammer store. Like, do you have to be a good painter? I know you don't necessarily have to be, like, very good at the game. I imagine I'd have to be a good painter. Imagine the waiting list before your units get painted because some older fans saw he could get his entire pile of shame painted. Yeah, that's why they need to hire more people. It's like, how much is the, like, perfecting process at the moment for Warhammer things? Like, do you have to be a super good painter to work at the Warhammer stores? Is it like the Lego Master Model Builders? I could be a Lego Master Model Builder. I couldn't. I barely played with Lego as a kid. I had some, not much. Mostly Bionicles. I thought they looked cool. And Bionicle had a video game at one point. Or maybe more than one. I am so tired all of the time, it hurts. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Oh, nice and relaxing painting. Nice and relaxing painting. We're painting relaxing things. We're doing nice stuff. According to people made rescue models. Rescue models? What do you mean rescue models? Like this, a man trapped in Lego City. Build the Lego helicopter. There's a man trapped in the river in Lego City. Build the Lego helicopter. And the Lego boat. And the Lego river. And the Lego city. All of this stuff will only set you back Warhammer seems expensive until you look at Lego. I don't even know what Lego's excuse for being so expensive is. Like, it's not like every single set has specially designed and molded pieces. And heck, half of the sets nowadays are like the fan sets. The sets that people like have said, oh look, this is really cool. Can we make it a set? And they're like, okay. We'll just get somebody to look at it, make sure it works, make some rules, make some instructions for it and send it off. Oh, more curvy models. I've never seen the curvy models. Or Bionicle, I've only ever seen the... They're kind of skeletal, aren't they, Bionicle? Nerd. Nerd! Nerd! Why am I a nerd all of a sudden? What do I do other than painting Warhammer models? Nothing, just love the amount. No! Hi, Longstocks. How you doing? Why do you stream in the morning? It hurts my eyes having to open my phone screen and seeing that notification. Because some of my fans are only able to catch the morning and earlier streams. Although today, a lot of people haven't seeming arrived today, so maybe it's a bit of a waste. But I've got models to paint, so... I'm gonna be streaming anyway. There we go. She only streams the views. Ooh, yeah! Why else would you stream? Not a stream for likes. Remember to like the stream. No, I stream for my viewers. Some viewers, they can't make it because they're late to stream, so make sure that there's some for them too. That there's some streams earlier in the day for the people who can't make it to the later ones. I don't do many of the earlier streams, but I do. Also, it helps keep me, you know, focused on having a relatively decent timetable, I guess. If like 2 or 3 times a week I have to be up at a certain time and like ready to stream, it means that I have to make sure that I'm going to be like that for most days. For my own well-being. John VTuber streams are hype moments and aura. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, I don't know how to reply with that yet. Hype moments and aura. Never heard of that phrase before, Tolan. Did you come up with it yourself? Also, isn't John VTuber Rin Penrose? Like, that's one of the names she goes by. She's John VTuber. Conjuror has no... No! What do you mean I got no aura? I'm out here aura farming every day. Oof. What is this? Never seen you aura farming? All I need to do is go, oh. Muscles. Yeah, see, exactly. Exactly. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah, see, look at that. Also, never saw you pose with your arms crossed while you were cape fluttering in the wind. I don't need to. I got muscles. Yawny yawns. You don't even have a cape. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, I'm yawning. I'm resting. I'm stretching. I go to sleep. She's too prestigious for that, El Bozo. You're a bozo. Bozoing up in here. Nothing new yet. Nothing new. I wanna look at a balance update. Where is it? Download here. Oh. Oh. Army of Grand Cafe. Delete first charge from the list of special rules. Change toughness characteristic. Oh, the Skylightons got reduced toughness now. Commander delete champion for commander profile. Delete unbreakable, then add flammable to the list of special rules. Should this model lose a round of combat and give ground, it must fall back in good order instead. Okay. So they've nerfed the Sky Lantern to some extent, I think. I don't really know the rules for it, so... I know it was overpowered. Cupcake doesn't have any more money. I bought some Lego recently and that bankrupted me. What we're gonna build for Krusty Burger. For Krusty Burger. Anything new here? Change the toughness to 4. Okay. Change toughness to 4. Oh. New pole arm rule. That's cool. I bought Lego Visitor. I did. I couldn't fight my need for the Krusty Burger anymore. For one with a large nose. For one with a large nose. Like Krusty the Clown. Krusty the Clown. He's gonna be crazy. Oh, I'm letting my limbs rest. I'm a back rest. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Why am I so tired today? I actually got to bed at a decent time. I slept loads last night. I was up at a decent time too. Oh my goodness. I just needed to rest my eyes a bit. You don't have enough cash for the British government to take. The British government will never... You know, the British government can't tax you if you got no money to tax. Look, I spent it all on most of it on Warhammer. That's like my tax. The government makes so much money from Warhammer because there's like a 50% tax on plastic things. Like Warhammer. And then you got like your VAT as well. So it's like it's an insane amount of taxes. So if you ever wonder Warhammer's too expensive, it's because the British government, definitely not GW and their money grubbing. I'm joking. There we go. Although that being said, if you can blame something on the British government, it's probably true. It's like you stubbed your toe the other day and you live in, I don't know, wherever you live, and it's not Britain. It's probably the British government's fault. That is why you stubbed your toe. They invented toe stubbing. Would the turtle be a cake? Do you mean Cuptle over here? Yeah, Cuptle's a cupcake. You're a cup turtle, aren't you? You're Cuptle. Cuptle the cupcake turtle. Although it's more of a tortoise than a turtle, to be honest. That's why you work in an economy based on minis. Yeah! mini-based economy. Yum. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Ah. Theoretically, Cuptle is edible. No, no, Cuptle's not edible. Cakes aren't edible.
Theoretically, Cuptle is edible.
No. No, hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Long time no... Yeah, where you been, Bob? You miss little Bob growing up in RimWorld. Little Bob's not so little. Actually, little Bob is still little. Little Bob is still a kid. Yeah, cakes are friends, not food. Cakes are friend, not food. And let me have some water. Let me have some water. How many buggies is a Habbo chair? What do you mean a Habbo chair? Cuptle is edible like a turtle that they are. No, turtles aren't edible. Don't eat the turtles. How many buggies is a Habbo chair? What's a Habbo chair? Oh, Violi. I got notifications. Oh. Oh, here's another quick preview. Oh. Oh, I'll have to listen to that later. In about an hour. Okay. Okay, that's fine. My life did an unexpected turn. I hope things are okay, Bob. The old Habbo didn't have a coin, so they measured the prices based on a plain chair. What? What? I have no idea. That's so confusing. I hope your life's okay, Bob. I hope things are okay for you. It's not a bad unexpected turn. Like our wings on this dude also went on an unexpected turn, but it turned out pretty good. Okay, back to yellowing. At least this one's easier. We are aliens. Aliens in disguise. Yeah. Good or bad turn? Okay, painting. Painting. Painting is hard, but we're trying as well as we can. Painting, painting, painting for more. Painting, painting it all. Ooh, this part I never even did the blue properly. Oh. There we go. You'll not be able to tune into the stream, so that's okay. I just hope, make sure your life's going okay, Bob. I hope things are okay for you. Or if they're not okay right now, I hope they go okay soon. Remember, it's more important to take care of yourself than it is to tune into my streams. Never feel bad about that. Heck, sometimes I even have to not stream to take care of myself. Long story short, he got mobilized into the army. Oh no! Oh, seriously, wishing you the best, Bob. That is not fun. You're in the hospital. You're not injured, are you? Oh. There we go. How long is your tour for? Was it like indefinite? Now you're still learning? You got pneumonia. Oh no. At least the advantage to that is that you can spend some time safer. There we go. Enough about me. How you doing? How's your health? I might be coming down for cold. But other than that, I'm doing okay-ish. We're painting. We be painting. Trying our best. Oh, there we go.
Time to obliterate a cupcake.
No, native engine, don't obliterate the cupcakes. The friend's not food. Oh gosh, my eyes are painful right now. Trying to focus on this. Ow. Eat. Oh yeah, firework probably doesn't work. The stream element. Thanks, Ada Nuggies. Stream avatars, sorry, is still fucked up as far as I'm aware. Thanks, Ada Drink. Thanks, Ada Beagle. There we go. Oh, delivery. Delivered through the post box. I could hear the beep off, someone doing one of those. This is about to be delivered. Outside. Scanning of a barcode. There we go. Bossin. Oh, I'm flying! I'm flying. I need to change the model. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Meow. There you go. Okay, minus. Just swapping a positive for a negative. And we done. We done. Oh. I'm yawning. Oh, I'm stretching. Oh, that's my fingies. Okay, just some more yellowing. Just some more yellow to do. Oh, I know what that is. Realise I should probably go through this thing. A bit like. Paint this over here. Yep, like that. And then paint this thing. There we go. Gotta go. Bye-bye, Sky Cow. I looked at Tyranids v Xenomorphs matchup and the Xenos were drowns. However, the Flood are currently the strongest hard type monster. Yeah. The Xenomorphs wouldn't really stand a chance against Tyranids. I mean, on a one-on-one, like, Xenomorph versus many other Tyranid organisms, various Xenomorphs could win. But when it comes down to just, like, faction versus faction, the Xenomorphs just don't really have the power. Tyranids have just too much numbers. Flood, with its infection, could beat Tyranids, but it depends on if the Tyranids can evolve quicker than the Flood infection. Like, if the Tyranids can evolve quickly enough to stop the Flood, you know, infecting them, then the Flood can suddenly have its work cut out for it. And I imagine there's every possibility that the Tyranids can just out-evolve it in typical Tyranid fashion. We've done that before with Nurgle and stuff. Considering that they've managed to out-evolve Nurgle plagues and make plagues stronger than even Nurgle can, or like Dino the Death Guard, I wouldn't be surprised if the Tyranids could do something similar to the Xenos. Of a Flood. The Flood evolves pretty quickly itself, so. What other hard factions? You got the not Command and Conquer. You've got the what's it called? Starship Troopers. That's it. You got Starship Trooper aliens. You've got the Helldiver aliens. You have the Starcraft Zergs, and they're Zerg Russian. Do you think the Imperial Guardsmen could beat the Flood? Considering we know the flood have been defeated by the UNSC on multiple occasions. The Imperial Guardsman is basically a horde faction. And it's not just with Spartans either, it's like doing Played Halo Wars, which is apparently canonical. We defeat the flood within it. With just troops and tanks. So in theory, we could expect the Imperial Guard and stuff to beat them. And if that's the case, we can expect the Tyranids to beat them. Because the Tyranids don't just out-evolve things, they also are intelligent enough to recognize what they need to do. Like to win a battle against the flood. Morning, TA, how you doing? Oh, there we go. Unfortunately, when it comes to a lot of these types of things, a lot of factions are suddenly weakened by the idea that, you know, for the bad guy in a story, are there from a video game. Unfortunately, a little sick, but otherwise okay. Same here, same here. We've been painting models. I painted this between yesterday's stream and today's. I've done a bit more work on it today, adding like shadowy stuff to it. So, adding a bit of depth to the yellow skin. It's just been okay. Oh gosh. Oh, I got sleep in my eyes. Oh gosh. So, my mouth hurts. I shall be able to do the member stream this evening. There I am after some food. There we go. Oh, my body is struggling to maintain itself. There we go. There we go. Something here. Oh yeah. I don't think I painted the side of his head at all. With sunset. Okay. Well, this is a 4 for the models anyway. After this, we'll only have 2 left to do the yellow one. There you go. There we go. It hurts my eyes trying to look at like all the colours and stuff. I'm trying to tell what's where and what needs to be changed. All the details. They all blur together. They all blend together. I am an alien. An alien today. An alien. Alien to stay. We want to dance, we want to sing a song. We want to go. So Wednesdays. Yes, I am a bit low energy today. I hope you still manage to relax and stuff with the stream though. Wednesdays used to be one of my favourite days. Like when I was at school and stuff. Like, yeah, it was midweek, but same time. It's just a nice day. Lots of good stuff happens on Wednesdays. People are relatively low energy, so if they don't put a lot of demand onto you. I'm gonna go and have a nice bath today. Love myself a good bath. Because I'm not stinky. I'm not stinky. Yeah, I think I'll check how I am after some food, but if I'm not feeling better, I don't think I'll be streaming this afternoon in the end. I'll remember stream, unfortunately. Wish I could, but... It is Wednesday, my dudes. Oh yeah, that's the best part of Wednesday. Finding a Froggy from My Hero Academia. Doing that best thing ever. Oh gosh, there we go. My hands do not want to be steady today. They're just shaky. They're as shaky as can be. We've had a balance update today, that's nice. Lego, Lego, Lego. Legolas. Why couldn't Legolas go to the building block competition? Because he was Legolas. The Spider-Man costume. Spider-Man costume? What's that about? Yawning more. Oh gosh, buddy. Aching. He's all achy breaky. Okay, let's wash this bush properly. If I do a member stream, maybe I won't paint. Maybe we'll just magnetize some bases. Just, you know, something a bit more simplified. Maybe we can build some models. Got a lot of models still to build. Don't go breaking my heart. We have an alien over here. An alien to fear. We got aliens, we got aliens, we got aliens everywhere. Still wondering if I should do a bit of a camo pattern on these things. Like where half of the body is. Like the same colour as the base. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of us. There's thousands and thousands of everyone there. There we go. We're painting, we're painting, we're painting everything. That doesn't look too bad. This one does. This one looks bad. There we go. That's a mess. Shaky hands up. Moved everything but the finger tried to move there. There we go. There we go. Go, go, speed racer. Go, go, speed racer. There's a million miles to dance. There's a million miles to friends. We got a place to be, we got a place to go. We gotta go everywhere. Okay, there we go. Painting this up. Nice. Oh, have you heard? Dragon Ball Supers getting a new arc. They're animating the Moro arc finally. Dragon Ball Super fans have been ecstatic. It's like, oh yeah. Could you imagine if doctors were like horse doctors? It's like you got a broken leg, starts loading shotgun. Shame. We are champions. The champions, no time for losers. I think actually that's one of the like advantages of that humans have over a lot of animals. Is that we kind of evolved to get injured. Like we get injuries, but we can kind of recover from them. Like the human body is resilient. A lot of animals never, not all animals, but a lot of animals don't have that same sort of resilience. Because they kind of was never a point of it. Like a lot of prey animals, if they get seriously injured, they're just not surviving. And a lot of predators, if they get seriously injured, there's no healing quickly enough for them. But being a social prey predator animal, we were humans in a unique position where if a human gets seriously injured, especially with the fact that you can carry one another, you've actually got a chance to survive. You might not be able to hunt for food, but you don't need to hunt for food when there's other people to hunt for food for you. You might not be able to run, but you don't need to run when you got others to protect you and to carry you. What this means is that it now is advantageous for those who can heal injuries, live, and continue breeding, which means that more and more people can heal injuries. Like their children will have the same genes and their children. But it's surprising, like if you have pets and stuff and you find like it's so hard to give them proper healthcare because their bodies just aren't really designed for healthcare. And there's a variety of other reasons. We don't really know about animals as well as we know about humans, obviously. There's not as many doctors for animals, and those that do have to know a lot about lots of animals, not just one type. Which means the amount of information they know kind of gets reduced. For like a single species. Unless they're specialist. But also it's like horses when they have a broken leg. Most types of broken legs that a horse gets, they just won't ever recover from. Okay, last of the Tyranids. last of the Von Ryan Leapers that need this yellow on them. Then we have to go back round, and I think I'll do the blue corrections next. And then we can focus on the purples. So there we go. If I can just get all of the yellow corrections done, that'll be good. That'll be a lot of work we'd have done today. Because the red shouldn't be too hard to do the red layer. The Nastbag shadow shouldn't be too hard to do. But these blues and this yellow is going to be very time consuming. In part it's just trying to find which bits I need to do and which parts I don't. Just trying to keep my hands steady, you know. Also, for releasing Dragon Ball Beerus, which I've heard is like a short reanimation of some of the Dragon Ball Super anime. I have no idea what that's about. And some people have been asking for a reanimation of it because certain arcs of a Dragon Ball Super anime are kind of disappointing, like the Frieza arc. As much as some people really dislike Super though, it's very hard to debate its cultural impact. Right. Battle of the Gods was such a big movie and was so well received. And then things like the Tournament of Power and even the Samasu art. It definitely started very much a Dragon Ball revival and resulted even more sales of the original manga, well, Dragon Ball Z manga and anime. And I quite like Super, to be honest. I think I much more enjoy Super over Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Kai is pretty decent though. But I feel like each of Dragon Ball Super's arcs generally have a lot better pacing and plot progression than pretty much any of the original Dragon Ball Z outside of the manga. Kai definitely improves a lot of the plot progression and stuff, although the Buu saga for Kai kind of was terrible. Done. But the Buu saga just goes on and on and on. It's such a hard one to watch. normally, even when you're just skipping all of the filler. I still need to watch Daima. There's some people suggesting that Dragon Ball Beerus is just going to basically be for Battle of the Gods arc again. But this time it's got to introduce Super Saiyan 4. Because, you know, Daima had Super Saiyan 4. And that would be hilarious if that's the case. It'd also show a commitment, I guess, to, you know, keeping the canon. Like an anime studio going out of their way to re-release a bunch of episodes. Or, you know, to completely reanimate and redo some episodes due to a retcon law change. That shows a great commitment to the product that you've got. Because a lot of animators wouldn't bother. Ooh. Yawns. Okay. I'm going to the website again. Website. Anything new? Is it just more balanced in the air? No, nothing. Oh! Nurgle infest the latest episode of Lawmasters. Nurgle. Nurgle. Nothing there. Nothing there. I want to look at the towel. I like the towel. Xenos armies. Oh, wait. What was this? For the new kill team. Terrain. Terrain. Aegis defense line. That does not look like a good defense line. It's all shattered. A big head boss bunker. Lots of cool terrain. I like this. Tyranid terrain. Tidal drone. Tidal drone part. Is a tidal thing like... Oh, it does float. Kind of. Could give that a flying stand. That would be fun. Tidal wall shield line. Fast play combat patrol. Oh. Anyway, I want to look at the Tau. The Tau have some really cool models. The Tau have a really good combat patrol, just like for starting army. Reacher team's good, Pathfinder's good. The commander by himself is a bit meh. But honestly, you'll probably want to get some crisis battles. Oh, the Storm Surge. The Storm Surge is absolutely insane. It's like... it's so stupid and so cool at the same time. Wait, is that two different guns? Yeah, that's a railgun. Plasma or iron, I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh, there's just so many guns. It's the Titan Killer. And it really is a Titan Killer when you look at stats. Pulse Blast Cannon, okay. Not iron weapon. A twin smart missile system and twin tail flamers can be replaced with either twin burst cannon or twin airburst bag projector. Okay, that's cool. Ghost Kill battle suit. Ghost kills are really cool. They got lone operative. Basically, if you're not within 12 inches of them, you can't shoot them. We got this iron weapon, or they can have the fusion weapon instead. Oh wait, there's a version where you can see the Tau inside it. That's hilarious. I never knew that. You didn't take him unhelmeted option. Oh, that's so stupid. Does that mean if he opened his helmet up with his stealth cloak on, he'll be his head will just be a floating head? Can you do the same over here? Can you have an unhelmeted version? No. Oh, it's so stupid looking. The Town or Supremacy armor. This is ridiculous as well. But we need to get some blues done. So, rearrange these. Whew. What blue do I want? I'll get the Baharoff blue actually. And then I can just go back over with Talasar, and I'm thinking I want to get a different brush out. I'll get the Trouble Zero. So it would be far more detailed. There we go. And then we'll just go back over with the Talasar blue. Gosh, that was a bit too insane. I don't know. A bit of I have a oh my gosh, I am not steady-handed today. Doesn't matter too much if I do go over the lines though with this blue, because it'll just look like glow over the edges. Probably need to go back over the yellow as well anyway. Few places. Yeah. And there and everywhere. There we go. Talasar blue, the greatest blue of all time. Everyone loves Talasar blue. Hey, oof! I am so yawny today. My bones, they want to stretch. It's probably the muscles that want to stretch, not the bones, if I'm honest. If I could imagine having stretchy bones. Stretchy bones! Mr. Fantastic. He's got a stretchy bone. That's why Susan Storm loves him. The only reason. I've heard the Fantastic Four was a middling movie. Not sure how true that is. I've not seen it. I also got rid of my Disney Plus account. Because I'm like, Disney evil. Disney is evil. Imagine Itchy Bones. Oh gosh, Itchy Bones are not fun. Or I get something where my legs, like the lower part of my legs, every so often, very rarely, but it does happen, become really freezing cold, and it feels like the bones have frozen. And it's like, ow, it hurts so much when that happens. No idea what causes it. Oh, my throat hurts. There we go. Steady, steady hands. Steady, steady hands. They're not steady at all. Oh no, it's bad. Itchy, itchy bones. Itchy, itchy bones. Your bones are itchy, itchy, itchy bones. Oh gosh, I am just shaky today. I apologize. There we go. I need to go back over with Talasaur Blue, then go back over with more Avalon Sunset, and then Sarah's Purple, not Sarah's Purple, Gene Stealer Purple and all the purple part. He's a bone stretcher. Oh gosh, that's the part where I definitely needed more yellow on and I completely missed it. Oh gosh. My hands are not doing well today. This is why sometimes I really struggle getting any painting done, like off stream. Where you're just in this position where you can't really paint because you just keep missing all the time and just making more work for yourself than you had at the beginning. Star Trek. Star Trek has an amazing history. Did you know Gene Roddenberry was an airplane crash investigator apparently? This is the guy who made Star Trek. And he survived multiple airplane crashes. And saved many people. Because, for plane crashes, and then he's going into this flaming wreckage, saving people. They don't make show producers like they used to. Where did my tissue go? Tissue. Oh, there you are. Ah, got something in my eye. How am I getting more sleep in my eye? I'm awake. You don't want itchy bones. Well, I can't blame you, TA. But I mean, are you sure you don't want itchy bones? Itchy, 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 itchy bones. So itchy as can be. You scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch at them, but your skin is in full way. So remove that skin and scratch those bones and find they weren't itchy. Your bones have no nerves at all, it's all in your body. You thought they were itchy, you thought they were scratchy, but really... Actually, do your bones have nerves in them? They should do, shouldn't they? Like, you got the entire central part of them. Imagine there's nerve clusters in your bones. Well, there could be. I don't know. I'm not a biologist. I don't know all of this stuff about the human body. What it's got in it, what it doesn't. I'm a cupcake. I got a cupcake body. And that's what I know. Hi, Poseidon 9. How you doing? Okay, so it's all the blue bits done, yeah. Oh, gonna need to go back over Talisaur Blue now. You just woke up. You just woke up! Well, do some exercises. Inquisitor Muffin's telling you to. So you're currently undecided how you're doing. I understand that. I'm often like that. Or sometimes you wake up, feel like you're feeling fine. When half an hour late or whatever, you suddenly feel absolutely awful. Or vice versa, you wake up feeling awful and then suddenly you're just feeling fine. This morning and yesterday were very similar. Early in the morning, I was feeling fine, but after a little bit and getting like moving and stuff, I felt terrible. There we go. How's this looking? It might be okay. Oh no. Still too early to decide. You need to, sometimes when you finish painting a model, you need to give yourself a break from it to know if it's good or not. Rearrange these guys. Okay, I'm thinking before we get into the Talisaur Blue. Oh, I don't have the energy to overrun the stream today. So I'm just gonna lean back. Just gotta lean back. Don't forget to like the stream, please. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this stream was a bit slower and more relaxing than I even expected it to be. Oh, my knees. My knees are cracking. The bee's knees. My ankles are cracking. My entire body is cracking. Oh, I'm crackling. Oh, crackling. Yawns. Oh gosh, yeah, the Tyranids. And Tyranids, we got a lot of work to do on film, I guess. Yeah, we do. We're coming together, though. We're coming along. We're coming along. The base should help. Some gradient here should help. Some sheeny shinies on these will help. The eyes will also help. Fixing all the issues on the black part. Not the black parts, the kite and do the base. Yeah. Yeah, definitely needs shadowing onto it. Maybe using iodine, maybe using both iodine and nastrag. I'm thinking big love hearts to everybody today. Thank you for coming to the stream. I hope you have a good rest of your day. This is roughly now what the colour scheme for our Tyranids is going to be. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks nice. I think maybe we could do something more with the skin. I'm not sure. Maybe do some more gradienting. Or maybe something more with orange or reds on it. Could do. Sorry, I'm yawning again. Looks awesome. Thank you. I'm going to put this here. I have a stream planned for this afternoon, a member stream. I'm not sure I'll be able to do it. I'll give you an update later. I'll get some food first, see how I'm feeling, and then if I'm feeling up to it, I'll do it. I might not paint. It's labelled a painting stream. It might just be magnetizing more bases. Oh, well, thank you for coming to the stream. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Remember to work hard but play harder. Eat good food. Sleep well. Dream more cupcakes, but don't eat for cupcakes and friends, not food. And also take care of yourself. Be kind to others and vice versa. Goodbye, everyone. Love you all. Whee!